West. The left-hander draws the contact and finishes with his right.
Delonte West, who played game one despite case of the stomach flu, able to hang in.
And that's kind of the case for this Mavericks team. They're just hanging in. And I think what's a little nerve-wracking if you're an Oklahoma City fan, that as long as Dallas stays close, you know Dirk can go crazy at any point. I mean, he torched this team in the Western Conference Finals a year ago, and he's been very quiet to this point, but he's always capable of taking over a game.
Yes, last season, Dallas knocking off the Thunder in 5 in the conference finals. Durant again.
Of course, that guy is capable of taking over a game at any point, too.
Durant now 9 of 12 for 23.
Kidd.
Jason Kidd feeling it. He is the leading scorer for Dallas. He's now 4 of 9 from the field. Westbrook.
Play is so great in terms of getting everybody else involved, and it doesn't show up in the stat sheet as much as it used to, but he just puts everybody in the right position offensively. Meanwhile, Harden against this small front line gets right to the front of the rim.
10 points for Harden, who just checked back in. Coming up on 3 minutes remaining in the third. Dallas with the ball down by 13. Marion trying to bank it on a scoop. He thought he was fouled.
0 for 7 now for Marion, who was so instrumental offensively in games 1 and 2, averaging about 16 points per game. In fact, had 3 3-pointers in game 1.
Westbrook setting it up against Marion. What a move by Westbrook. Carter had it knocked away. Fisher coming up with the steal. The pass behind Westbrook, who took a shove from Carter, and a foul.
Carter lost sight of Westbrook at the other end. He really should have had an open look, but here you see the struggles for this Dallas offense. 3 guys they rely on so heavily, all struggling at the same time.
Daquan Cook will come back for Oklahoma City, replacing Russell Westbrook. 8 for 18 from the field. This after a slow start. 19 points in all.
Back to the matchup zone now for the Mavs.
Harden, played by Terry. Harden off the dribble. Oh, he tried to stuff it. Fisher got it off on time and rebounded by Marion. Nowitzki had to reach for that one as he's bothered by Collison. Some anxious moments here on this sequence for the Mavs. And a bad pass.
They are not themselves. But it has everything to do with Oklahoma City. We're going to see a foul out on the perimeter. And meanwhile, West and Fisher getting into it a little bit. And I think we're going to see a technical foul here on Delonte West.
Maybe a clear path or a technical. Let's see. Now it's a technical on West.
Well, after the foul here, the whistle has already blown right here. And then the little bump. And then the shove, that's what got him. Remember, he gave Gordon Hayward the wet willy a couple weeks ago.
that was lovely.
That was lovely.
Durant not able to hit on the technical. Down to 1 minute and 49 remaining in this third quarter. The Thunder by 13. Dallas had moved within 5. Oklahoma City has led right from the start. Now Carter defending on Durant. Shot clock to 6. Collison.
They got confused against that matchup zone. They've got to be active and move the ball against the zone to try to create some mistakes by the defense. You can't let them just sit in it.
Carter off the mark. Harden on the rebound. Dallas trying to get back into the series, trailing 2-0. The Thunder looking to go ahead 3-0. Cook for three. Daquan Cook.
Just his second field goal of the series. Well, he was 1 for 9 before that one, but a wide open look from the corner.
Nowitzki continues to struggle.
Dallas just looks old at this point. You know, the younger legs of Oklahoma City just wearing down the Mavs right now.
Fisher banks it home. Some older legs too.
Yeah, that's right.
Biggest lead of the night for the Thunder. Terry lost it. He was stripped. And they can hold for a final shot of this third quarter. 13 turnovers now committed by Dallas. And the usual high turnover team, Oklahoma City, with only submarine. No, they called it an offensive foul.
Boy, that's a tough call. Looks to me like Durant just sort of stepped in there and flopped. Let's take a look. He doesn't have shit at all. He leans into him with his left shoulder, and the officials have just changed the call.
Yeah.
Nice job there.
Following the discussion, Greg Willard, Mark Davis, David Jones made the change, so Nowitzki will shoot two.
But, you know, Mark, getting back to the Oklahoma City defense, when Sam Presti arrived here, he came from San Antonio, a franchise that has really built its foundation on the defensive end of the floor, and that was his blueprint. That was one of the reasons he traded for Perkins last year, to try to fortify that defense. But look at the numbers, the difference from last year to this year. Dramatic improvement for Scott Brooks's club. They really refocused at this end of the floor, and I think the combination again of Ibaka and Perkins at the rim, combined with that speed on the perimeter, just makes things very difficult for opponents to score.
Sam Presti began his NBA career as a video intern for Greg Popovich in San Antonio. Another three for Daquan Cook. Sam worked his way up under R.C. Buford to assistant general manager, part of 3 of the Spurs championship teams. Nowitzki. Brian Cardinal just checked in, trying to back tap it to Vince Carter. The ball back to Oklahoma City. We'd like to take a shot of Sam, but like all general managers, and you can relate to this, Steve, he's somewhere in the bowels of the stadium.
Probably nervous. But he likes to keep a low profile. I mean, I think that's by design with Sam. He doesn't want the attention on him. Meanwhile, Fisher, a late season acquisition from Presti, really turning it up. His second good game in a row.
Derek Fisher, 4 of 6, 10 points in his 15 minutes of play. The Thunder with an 83-58 lead
to the Lakers. Remember, 2 close games in that series, and then the floodgates opened up. And now Dallas really on its last legs, not only in this game, but for the season.
Terry has hacked foul on Harden. Terry will go to the free throw line. So earlier this evening, seen here on TNT, Miami over the Knicks at the Garden by 17 to take a commanding 3-0 lead in that best of 7. LeBron James 32 points. Dwayne Wade had 20. As you look at the Eastern Conference brackets, Philly and Chicago now even at 1 apiece. Same for Boston and Atlanta.
How about the turnaround in the Boston series? You know, after game 1, Rondo gets suspended. Celtics.
Oh, a shove with Cardinal and Durant having words. And Durant shoving Brian Cardinal. Technical foul or fouls are indicated. Nick Collison over to settle Durant down.
I think they were just fighting for position on the Terry free throw.
I saw a technical indicated, but now when I say, okay, double technical.
Well, they got tangled up, but then Cardinal gave the little shoulder shrug. Was it Durant? I think it was to Durant, and then the response, So
double technicals. Cook feeling it, and he is now on fire. Daquan Cook with another 3. That's his 3rd. Thunder 11 of 25 from beyond that 3-point line. Cardinal given the room. And it's corralled by Fisher.
Marv, you know, we just got to look at Mark Cuban. There was really a controversy, I think, after the lockout ended when he decided not to re-sign Tyson Chandler. A lot of Mavs fans felt like they were giving up their chance to defend their title. And as Harden is going to go to the line, Cuban decided with his core group at the age that they were with Dirk and Jason Kidd, he felt like he was better served keeping the cap space to go after maybe Dwight Howard or Darren Williams this summer. And he made that decision knowing that he was, you know, probably giving up a chance to defend that title. It makes sense, you know, long term, but I think it was tough for Dallas fans to swallow, really, you know, knowing that they had a team that possibly could have done it again.
Then the departure of J.J. Barea, key member of this team, coming off the bench as he signed with Minnesota.
But you know, it's understandable. I think it's defensible because, you know, with Kidd and Dirk, you know, you end up, if you end up tied up long term with money on older players and you don't win at a high level, you know, that affects your franchise for years to come. And as it is, Dallas will be able to retool this summer.
And looking at it from that point of view, this is a very attractive franchise for free agents. Well, in terms of the way Mark Cuban treats the players, and as Nowitzki is able to get to the rim for his first field goal in quite some time. In fact, the first for Dallas in over 8 minutes of play. So I think he has a shot of retooling, but for the moment, and if they lose this series or gets swept, which is a pretty good possibility, well, there'll be criticism, but down the road, it may well be a different story.
Fans never look long term. You know, fans only look at what's happening right now. But when you're in management and ownership, you really have to look ahead and look forward. And think about this Mavericks franchise. They have a streak of sellouts that runs, I think, about 12 years now because of their sustained success.
A look at the upcoming national television schedule. Friday night, Hawks and Celtics. Lakers Nuggets on ESPN on Friday. Bulls and Sixers, ESPN 2. And on Sunday on ABC, the Bulls and the Sixers, and the Heat and the Knicks in game number 4. Kevin Durant to the free throw line. This is not a happy crowd, it should be pointed out. You mentioned the consecutive sellout streak, 491 in a row dating back to December of 2001, which includes postseason.
Yeah, well, Mark Cuban has done an amazing job with this franchise, building the foundation around Dirk Nowitzki, and now the guidance that Rick Carlisle provides.